Yes.
Okay, do you understand this judge can send you to prison if you're too busy and then you won't be too busy?
Right, I understand that. Yeah, because I worked 6 days a week at my job, and I was
No, we're not talking about money. Have you been available for field visits?
no, ma'am. I was working 6 days a week. So when they went to my house, I was at work.
How did you have time to commit a theft if you're working 6 days a week? Court is calling 2023 CR 7684, State of Texas versus Shelby Bandy. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
In court case 2023 CR 7684, State of Texas versus Shelby Bandy, the defendant stood before the judge facing a motion to revoke her probation. She had originally been placed on deferred adjudication for burglary of a habitation with strict probation. Conditions: parenting classes, community service hours, drug testing, regular probation check-ins, field home visits. But as the state began listing her record, it became clear she hadn't completed most of it. 0 community service hours done, parenting classes incomplete, missed or avoided home visits. The judge wanted answers. When questioned, Shelby repeatedly defended herself the same way. I was working 6 days a week. But the judge didn't let that slide, because the record showed something else too. She still had time to allegedly commit another theft. That's when the judge delivered the now viral courtroom question. How did you have time to commit a theft if you're working 6 days a week? The courtroom paused. No strong answer came. Instead, Shelby tried to explain she was overwhelmed, working and dealing with personal struggles, including the loss of her mother. Her attorney added emotional context: grief, funeral arrangements, and instability. But the judge focused on one thing: compliance. The judge made it clear: probation is not optional, it's not flexible, and it's not excused by being busy. She reminded Shelby, probation is a chance to show the court you can follow rules. But according to the probation officer's report, no meaningful contact at home visits, no completed classes, no community service progress. Another alleged offense committed. At this point, the judge made her decision. The judge rejected any leniency. Shelby was found in violation of her probation. She was convicted and sentenced to 6 years in prison, along with fines and additional conditions. The judge also ordered therapeutic community participation, credit for time served. No further excuses accepted. Then came the final warning. If you don't change, you'll be back here again. A clear message. Probation is a privilege, not a suggestion.
All right. So, Miss Bandy, you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Shelby Bandy.
All right. Other than committing a theft, what have you done on probation?
Well, I hadn't paid yet because I worked 6 days a week at my job, and I was
No, we're not talking about money,
oh, okay.
because what I'm talking about is you were supposed to do parenting classes. Have you done parenting
I
classes?
was online. I was doing them online because I was working, like I said, but I hadn't completed them yet.
All right. Have you been available for field visits?
No, ma'am. I was working 6 days a week. So when they went to my house, I was at work.
How did you have time to commit a theft if you're working 6 days a week?
I had taken the wrong person to the store, and I gave a ride to the wrong person and got caught up doing that. So all
right. So you have a time to take a person to the store, commit a theft, but you don't have time to complete your parenting classes because you are working 6 days a week. You don't have time to be home for your field visits because you're working 6 days a week. And did you complete CATs 1 and 2?
Not yet. Yeah, my probation officer told me that I would do that after I got done with the parenting classes.
All right. Any questions, defense?
I do have some statements to make that
Yes.
I met with her.
And just 1 second, I'm sorry. State any questions of the witness?
No, Your Honor.
All right, counsel.
Your Honor, I met with her prior to this, and she told me that after she was placed on probation, she had to go to jail. I believe it was for an offense out of another county. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so she wasn't out of jail until December 4th of what year?
2023.
2023. And she tells me her mom passed away the prior day. She tells me that her intent has been to complete these classes and to complete everything, but she seems to have had some problems doing so. Can you tell the judge why you didn't, just a better explanation of why you didn't complete all these things other than just working?
Yeah, I was working, and then I just my mother passed away the day before I got out of jail, and so we had to plan her funeral. We ended up cremating her. We spread her ashes at the beach, and then her house, we were going to sell it now, and so we had to clean it up. So I was busy doing that too. I was busy going to work. When I wasn't at work, I was at home packing up all of her stuff.
Did you pick up the phone and tell probation?
I was, yeah, my probation officer. I was reporting, and she knew everything that was going on, and she was understanding about it. She just said, she did tell me that I needed to go take a drug test and then pay something by the next time that I reported, and then I ended up getting locked up.
Your Honor, I believe she's been in jail since June 20th, and she tells me she's been through many probation officers, and so I don't know if that's an excuse or anything, but
No, when I first started to report, I saw like 3 or 4 different probation officers in the beginning, and then the probation officer that I have now, I guess my permanent one, I only saw her 3 times, I believe.
Excuse me. No talking behind the court reporter. All you have to do is ask the deputy to move your person to the end. Thank you. You may continue.
Yeah, so they gave me like 3 or 4 different probation officers in the beginning, and then so it was like I got orientated like every time.
How does that translate to you committing a theft?
It doesn't. It's just forgot what he asked me. It's just what I was doing, like why I hadn't completed the classes and stuff. Like why I hadn't done anything like taking a drug test or making payments and stuff like that, because I was just busy working. And then the probation officer that I got, my permanent one, I only saw her like 2 or 3 times before.
let me ask you another question.
Yes.
Okay, do you understand this judge can send you to prison if you're too busy and then you won't be too busy?
Right, I understand that.
You understand that? Because probation is a chance for you to show the court that you can comply with regulations and rules. If you go out and you commit other offenses, you're not reporting, I know you report it, but if you're not doing everything you're supposed to do, your probation can be revoked.
I understand.
And nobody can stop the judge from doing that. You understand that?
I understand.
If this judge does go with the recommendation from the probation officer who wrote this up, are you going to comply with what you have to do?
Yes.
Are you going to be too busy working?
No.
You understand being too busy working tells the judge that you're too busy to do probation?
I understand.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? All right. I'm not going to follow your agreement. I don't think you're appropriate candidate for probation. The number one thing, you're on probation for breaking into someone's home and stealing. You haven't done anything on probation. The only thing you've done is committed another theft. So the court is finding violation of condition number 1 true. The court will find you guilty. I'll order the therapeutic community that can help you with any drug or alcohol issues you may have. There's going to be a $1,500 fine, time and money to run concurrent. Does anyone wish to speak on time? The range of punishment is 2 to 20 years.
Your Honor, I would ask for the 2 years because she probably thought she was going to get the recommendation from probation today. And I know that it's serious, not, picking up another offense and so on, but she tells me she was working. I understand it's not an excuse, but she wasn't out there using drugs, according to her.
Okay. All right. State.
4 years, Your Honor.
All right. The court is finding you guilty. The court will order the therapeutic community, give you credit for any time served. There's a $1,500 fine, time and money to run concurrent. The court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
She did sign it, Your Honor.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
All right. You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question on what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you. It's up here to see.
So court is calling 2024 CR 0071138, State of Texas versus I. King Scott. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Back down for the stage.
Defense?
Renee Munoz on behalf of Mr. I. King Scott.
All right, and you're Mr. I. King Scott?
Yes.
All right, this came back because you informed the court that you were only entering a plea because you cannot bond out of jail. I don't want anyone to enter into pleas because they can't bond out. My understanding is there were some, I believe you feel as though it's exculpatory, Mr. King, Mr. I. King Scott. So is the complainant here?
No, I don't believe so. State, do you believe?
Nope.
No, Judge. And I did have a more in-depth conversation with my clients regarding some of the evidence that the state has, things of that nature. In light of that, and because of that, Judge, he wants to go ahead and proceed with today's proceedings.
All right, Mr. Scott, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
I, King Scott.
All right, Mr. Scott, do you understand you have a right to jury trial?
Yes,
Do you understand if you want a bond reduction, that your attorney could file a motion for a bond reduction, the court would hear it and make a determination of whether your bond should be reduced or not?
yes,
And knowing that, do you still wish to proceed with this plea?
I still wish to proceed.
All right, as previously stated, the court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court found you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor, with the certain caveat, if I can make a request.
Yes.
I know that TAP may be ordered with him in custody as a condition of his probation, Judge. And I know that the honorable court and the judge has the offense report and has some history as regards to Mr. Scott. There's been nothing indicative of him using any drugs. I asked him about any drug usage in the past. He's denied all drug usage. For this reasons, if the court upon sentencing is going to consider a TAP evaluation out of abundance of caution, we ask that that be done out of custody, Judge. I think there are some people that really need the TAP evaluation. There's nothing indicating that he is in absolute need of that now, Judge. And I don't want to take away from someone more deserving of a TAP and getting help that actually needs it. And it's been indicative of them needing help. Mr. Scott has denied all use. And in sentencing, if the judge wants to word on that or wants some more information on that, I'm sure he'd be glad to present that. But I just wanted to note that for the court in advance of sentence.
All right, state, and reviewing the police report and the stipulations, I don't see anything in the police report or stipulations to suggest that alcohol or drugs were involved. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. King, have you ever used any type of narcotics?
No,
Marijuana?
yes, in the past.
Okay. Alcohol?
I haven't drunk in 8 years.
All right. Why not?
I just quit.
Why did you quit? Was it causing issues?
No, I just stopped.
All right. Do you have any family here in San Antonio?
I have a daughter.
And what is her age?
She's 21.
All right. If you're released, do you have a place to stay?
Yes,
Where? And when I say where, I should say, who would you be staying with?
with myself.
All right.
I have my own apartment.
All right. And that apartment is still available?
Yes,
All right. Anything else from either side?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, Judge.
All right. The court will sentence you to 3 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 3 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular random UAs. Proof of employment. within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Lauren Briones. The BIPP course. How far did you go in school?
Some college. I have a degree in business administration. I'm certified as a massage therapist. I do construction work, so I have some
So when
license.
was the last time you've been a massage therapist?
I've been here eight years ago.
Okay.
That's about the same time.
So when's the last time you had full-time employment?
I've always been employed. I stay out here. I take care of myself, so I'm always employed.
Okay.
I have a job. As soon as I leave out, I just call my boss and I'm working back.
All right.
Construction.
All right. I'll do 100 hours of community service restitution. You can pay that off if you like. It'll be at $7.25 per hour. I always suggest the San Antonio Food Bank because they usually have a shortage.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, you can.
Okay.
And I'm going to order $50 to the Family Violence Center. And I can only order $50, but I tell you what, if you do not want to pay the $7.25 per hour to the San Antonio Food Bank, if you donate another $50 to the Family Violence Center, I'll deem your community service hours satisfied. So that's completely up to you. Legally, I'm only able to order what I've ordered, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Where do I-
There's going to be field visits one time per month for 3 months. Then at probation's discretion. Probation, is there anything else?
Okay.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, I just want to, where do I show my proof of employment at?
Oh, probation is going to go over conditions with you
Okay.
and they'll let you know where you need to be.
Okay.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
Did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence and a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, Mr. Scott. Whatever brought you to the place that brought you to this court and caused you to be here, you need to start looking internally and change. Otherwise, what's going to end up happening is you're going to be back before me on a motion to review. You understand?
Yes.
It's probably best that you not involve yourself in any other relationships until you work on you. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If you have an issue, let your probation officer know. They're telling me, your counselors told me that you don't have an alcohol or drug issue, which we do have limited resources. So I don't want to take up an officer's time to do a tap if that's the case. However, if you see yourself getting ready to use, pick up the phone, call your probation officer and let them know. And they're going to try to help you. You understand?
Yes.
But if you don't let them know, can't help you.
I understand.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you. Happy Friday.
Shelby Bandy stood before Judge Boyd facing a motion to revoke her probation for a prior burglary charge. The atmosphere grew tense as the state revealed that since being placed on community supervision, Bandy had failed to complete parenting classes, missed every home field visit, and performed 0 hours of her required community service. In a moment of classic courtroom irony, Bandy claimed she was simply too busy working 6 days a week to follow the rules. However, Judge Boyd wasn't buying the "too busy" excuse, especially since Bandy found enough time in her busy schedule to commit a new theft. Despite emotional pleas regarding her mother's passing and family struggles, Judge Boyd remained firm, noting that Bandy hadn't lifted a finger to comply with her contract. Rejecting the lenient recommendation for continued probation, Judge Boyd found her guilty and sentenced her to 6 years in prison, offering a stern warning that probation is a privilege, not a suggestion.